YouTube, it's Apex 5.1 again, hitting you back with yet another video review. It's been a little while since my last one, and that's for pretty good reason. A ton of stuff went down. See, I moved, I got married, all that sorts of different fun stuff. So, yeah, and finally I have something really awesome to review, and it's kind of an upgrade, I want to say, of one of my previous videos. I know I started that little video series of my on my top 12 favorite figures, and that one kind of went to the wayside because of everything that was going on, like weddings and stuff like that. Well, wedding, just the one. So yeah, pretty much it. Here I have, and I'm in my new apartment, my new place. It is not snowy Minnesota this time. Here's a view of what we got. We got pretty good storms a little bit earlier, but as you can see, blue skies and the sun at this point. It's about probably 6:25 here on a Thursday. And it's something I just got today. That's what I'm going to review for you. And I found a really good deal on it on eBay, so I jumped. Because I had the commemorative version first, and that's a video you can check out if you want. But I was able to get the real deal, full metal plates, better strap, whole bit. Still figs, that's okay. It's obviously, different. So here we go. I got the Intercontinental. That one up there is the commemorative one. The Intercontinental Championship white strap with scratch logo. There it is. You can hear that it's the metal one. New wedding ring. But so this one's kind of going to be a double review kind of thing and a comparison video and stuff like that, because I am looking to sell this one. It will be probably posted to eBay pretty quick. I have a guy actually that I know through work that might be interested in buying it. If I can get a good deal through him, then I might just sell it to him for cash. Because he's looking into starting collecting, and that's fine with me. I love belt marks. I love wrestling fans. If I can give them a leg up, then I'll do that. But anyway, so I just picked this up from the mail today. It was shipped actually not far away. It was shipped from Michigan. Really nice person. Gave me a really great deal. And it was a buy it now price, so I hopped on it. I'm not going to say how much I did pay, but I will say that I own, I think this will be 7 belts now, and I have still yet to pay $300 for one. I've always paid under that. That's my kind of point that I try and keep. But anyway, the flash is picking this up really well, and you can see the metal of it, the reflection. It's really good. You can't quite well see my face in it, but I think that's just because of how used it is and worn it is. It's okay. It's not bad at all. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just, that can be the difference between the metal and the plastic over there. So we'll start, as I usually do, from left to right. So this is the male snapbox item, sorry. 2x8, just like the commemorative. The leather is definitely different. You can feel it. It's not quite as soft as the, I think it's the WWE version 2 big logo. That strap is just insane. That one's excellent. I have the commemorative version of that, and just by weight and floppiness, it's the best one I've ever seen. But anyway, I digress. Back to my original thing. We have all the kind of tooling, the imitation stamping and stuff in the snap box. You have the WWE logo, and it's the scratch logo, which is just like the commemorative over here. It looks really good too. It's almost identical for the work. I don't want to say the tooling, the stamping work between the replica and then the commemorative. It's got like the beveling around it and the shaping and whatnot, which is genius. And it doesn't have the patch boxes. It's all beveled and tooled, so it's one solid strap. We go a little bit farther down, and you get the side plate, which is really good. It's a little more gold than the commemorative, and I'll show that in just a second. And I think that's just the difference of the metal to the plastic. And something I said before in my previous video, you should check it out, is the color difference between the snaps and the plates, which, as you can see pretty well on the actual replica, is no difference at all. The snaps are the same color as they are in the commemorative, and you can kind of see that here where the snaps are a little more gold than the plates. The plates are a lot more, I don't want to say kind of light gold or almost white, but they are different, and you can see, you know, just there, you can see how shiny and gold the snaps are and how lighter gold the plates are. And, you know, you can see on there, it's really good detailing as well. You can see how deep it is. No, we had it for a second. There you go. You can see how deep the etching is. I don't want to say etching because I know it's stamping. It's out of a mold. But you can see how deep that goes into, especially like the painted area in his legs, you can see. And again, like I said before, scratch logo. Here, there you go. Bueno. It's got really, really deep etching. It goes really good. And then you got the beveled areas around, the nice camouflage shell tooling, which I think is a genius addition to these versions. It's still got the stitching, which is kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? You know, it'll cost you just about as much as it does to buy the belt to get it re-leathered and tooled and everything. So for the price, it's good. Now we're gonna move on. Quickly before we do though, you've got the same grapplers on this side, the wrestlers on this side doing like a pinning combination, possibly an overhead throw, like I said. Then we go to the center plate. Center plate is simply masterful. I'm a fan of the Intercontinental Championship in the first place, and it's just really good. I really like it. You can see really well in the scratch logo there. You can see the etching that went into it. This does go down, the W's go down into it. It is, I don't want to say engraved. Yeah, kind of engraved. The only thing that's a really big difference between this one, the replica version, and the commemorative, is this one is a lot more rounded in some of the kind of edges and stuff. Like around here especially, I'll show you. On the commemorative, these are a lot more, I don't want to say pointed and crisp, whereas these ones are a lot more rounded and almost tapered off, which is awesome. I think that's just the difference between metal and the plastic, because on the metal you can get a lot more rounded edges, and plastic, it's easy to get really crisp, solid edges, and you can see that a lot. Like right here especially, you can see in the stars the points are a lot more rounded, a lot more, not quite, I don't want to say 100% clean, but then you look up here, they're really straight, really pointy. And I know it kind of glares on there. That shows the example that I'm saying. You can see it's really, like the points are almost rounded off, whereas the points on the commemorative are really crisp and straight. And it's the same on the 6-star pattern there. They're really pointed and edgy, whereas down here they're more rounded off. You can see how the light hits it too. The blue on the globe is almost the same. So the font is a little bit different too, and it's the same thing, just rounded edges, stuff like that. got the star formation down there. It's really nice. This is, and oh boy, the weight difference is just nuts. Then over here you've got the other two side plates, the bigger inner side plate. It's that kind of pinning combination, scratch logo behind. Then you got the grapplers over here. Go a little bit further, you have the Intercontinental Championship plate. I think this light might be a little bit more of a hindrance than a help. But anyway, so there that is. And this one is a little more like that. The edges there. The one difference I will say that's kind of opposite is the edges on this one are a lot more pointed than the edges on that. Like you can see there, especially perfectly. Like right there at the end of Intercontinental, how the outer edge there is very rounded. Then you look down here on the replica and it's very pointy. It's edgy. Which is fine too, I don't mind. Come over here to the female snap box, 2x5. It's got the tooling, the beveling, color that matches the plates. You can see there. And the kind of imitation stamping. On the side, you got your gold tip. It is a metal tip. Double-sided, screws in the back. Now we're going to go to the back. It is your classic Figs Inc. stamped kind of textured backing. It's your black, which is awesome because that's what the Intercontinental Championship is. There's your male snap set 2x8. Goes all the way across. Female snap set 2x5. There's the back of the gold tip screwed in. All the black screws. And of course no covering across the male snaps. Because that would simply be too much, and who wants to do that. But it is more hefty, and it's more weighty than the commemorative. You can see it just hangs like in my video before. It's very stiff, whereas this one, you can see it swings a little bit. It is weighed down. And you can see especially, I've given this example before, when you hold it up against itself, it folds right up. Whereas on the commemorative, especially on that edge, holding it flat down, it still goes up. That's the difference between the two straps, which I'm going to start my comparison video now. There is a little bit more of a curve in the replica, which you can see, than the commemorative. Well, maybe they are a bit even. I just know they're both pretty good curves because they're casted, so they're casted from the actual title. And you can see, I'll put them on top of each other. You can see the difference in color just right there. The commemorative looks almost a little bit more silvery than the other, and yet the snaps are the same. You can see the snaps are about the same color, which is fine. They're both good. For the price, the commemorative is good if that's what you want. But I'm more for TV accuracy and stuff, so I like them a bit floppier. I like the straps a bit better. And you can see there too, there's a different color in the tip, which this is a plastic tip. They put a plastic tip back in front, which is different than the WWE big logo version 2. It's plastic on the top here, but the back on the WWE title is metal, and it has all screws. It doesn't have the grommet snaps there. So you can see, you know, there's a difference in strap right off, because, you know, you can hold it by that there and it just goes pretty well straight, whereas on this one, you know, it goes down on itself automatically. You can see the swing in the strap there. They're both pretty stiff. Neither of them are real leather, so it's not going to fold in on itself. But a really good example is when you do that. Stays really stiff even when you move it in on itself. Stays really stiff. There you go. You can see it has so much more flex, especially when you put it to the side, just like that. It's fairly close, but it's definitely more weighty. Like, here's a really good one side by side. If it stays up, nickel for every time I've heard that. But right there, that's the difference right there. And you can feel that it's a more flexible strap, a more better, which of course is why it costs more money, because they can put better material into it. But, and then another difference as well, you can see it's almost the identical same strap, but this one's the textured, this one's smooth. Just like on this one in my previous video, I took the hologram sticker off of this one because I like, you know, TV accuracy and stuff like that. I like how it has the screws as well, being a replica. I'll probably put up another video later because I'm coming up on 17 minutes of the belt with the plates off and just the strap, just because I'm curious to see that too. But yeah, there it is. Thank you very much. Another video completed. WWE Intercontinental white strap belt. Thank you so much, YouTube.